Marcus says, I was raised in a Christian home. I grew up in a church. My father died when I was 4 months old, so I never had a chance to know him. My mom and I would pray every night before bed, and I started learning about God at an early age. I don't remember the specifics about my salvation, but I was about 8 years old and attending Community Bible Church when I started wondering about my position with God. I wanted to be saved, but I didn't understand the simplicity and the belief of acceptance in what Jesus did. It was several weeks or perhaps a month before someone clarified for me what it meant to believe, that Jesus had done all the work. All I had to do was accept the free gift that he freely offered me and surrender my life to his will. The faith I took lightly at a young age began to deeper meaning. God made himself very real to me over the next years, and he drove me to a passion to live for him other than my own. He gave me, a child that only understood his own wants, a desire to love and the wisdom saw a heart reflected as Jesus' own. I was unsure what to make of baptism for a long time. Much like my confusion about faith, I didn't understand what it meant. My mom urged me to research and see where God was calling me. I've tried to do once or twice, but never completely understood why it was necessary. It wasn't until recently the confusion fell away when I started attending Bridgewater and I heard on baptism and what it meant. I realized it was an outward expression of faith. I recently had a couple conversations with friends about the importance of baptism. By then, I had a firm grasp of what it meant. It was during those conversations I decided that I need to be baptized. Jesus called us to baptism as a public demonstration of our personal faith. Who was I to refuse his command? Especially when I was his child. It's my hope that my life will be a light for Christ. And if baptism will point others to Christ, I will gladly take up my cross and follow him. It's pretty amazing. Marcus, why don't you step up here? If you would, please. Right up in the front. Go ahead and sit down. What I said earlier, crisscross applesauce. If you would, somebody bend your back. There you go. Just a little bit more on your head. Marcus, have you given your life to Jesus Christ as Lord and Savior?
Yes.
Would you like to be baptized in front of all these people, proclaiming your faith in him?
Yes.
It is my pleasure to baptize you in the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit.